Class 9, let's continue the chapter. Chapter number 3, Civics, Elections and Election Commission. So now today we'll start with the topic powers and functions of the Election Commission. The first function is preparation of electoral rolls and photo identity cards. So Election Commission, they keep the records, and the electoral rolls will have to be kept up to date all the time, so that the new elections in the next time or in the new election may take place without any difficulty. As well as for free and fair elections, the voters are required to bring their identity card, right, I-card, or some other documents like ration card, driving license, to prove their identity. Nowadays, Aadhaar card is must, right, to prove their identity. And this is actually for the free and fair election to be conducted in the state or in the country. Recognitions to political parties. There are number of nations and state parties in India, so that the Election Commission grants recognitions to parties for election purposes. Next is allotment of symbols to parties and independent candidates. So this is also the function of Election Commission, that they are giving, or there is allotment of symbols to all the parties and independent candidates, right? The national and the state level parties can have a reserved symbol for all the candidates nominated by them. The independent candidates can select any symbol out of the list of free symbols. The purpose of allotting symbol is twofold. First, to illiterate masses who cannot read the names of the candidate or their parties. Okay, the main aim of that symbol is, like we know, lotus is very prominent symbol. Then we have a palm symbol, and we have umbrella as a symbol, and we have elephant as a symbol, right? So these symbols are given so that the illiterate mass, those who cannot read and write, they can recognize the symbol and can give their vote as their wish, right? So they can easily, so the illiterate mass, they can easily identify the symbols for electing candidates of their own choice. Secondly, the reserve symbols become so well known that the parties do not have to do much, and canvassing for their candidates, right? So because we know that some symbols are very prominent, very famous, that that reserve symbol, that prominent symbols become so well known, and to all the people, that the parties do not have to do much for their canvassing for their candidates. So the candidates would not have to tell, or would not have to say more about their parties, because that party, the symbol already told much about that party. And the reserve symbols, or the very famous symbols, become so well known that the candidates would not have to tell anything for their political campaign, right? Okay, now next is conduct of elections. The Election Commission conducts all the elections to Parliament and the state legislatures. It also supervises and directs elections to the offices of the President as well as the Vice President. So the Election Commission conducts the election, or general election, and that means election to the Parliament and election to the state legislatures, as well as it also conducts the election of President and Vice President, right? Okay, next is ensuring free and fair election, which is very important. The commission, that means election commission, takes the following measures to ensure free and fair elections. Number one, the commission sends central observers to sensitive constituencies. Sensitive constituencies means where he thinks the area where he thinks that misconduct or misconduct may happen, right? In that area, sensitive area, in that sensitive constituency, he can send central observers also to supervise that area. Clear? Secondly, the commission prescribes the code of conduct, that means code of rules and regulations for the election campaigns. And the government issued photo identity cards to the voters so that one can the voter can prove their identity, and once the one voter cannot vote twice. Clear? So this is the ensuring of free and fair election by the election commission. In case of disqualifications on the ground of mismanagement or unsound mind or holding office of profit, in that case such a question has to be referred to the President of India, right? Before giving any decision, the President is required to obtain the opinion of the election commission also, and shall act according to such opinion. And similarly, at the state level, the matter is referred to the governor of the state, right? So who is required to act in accordance to the with the opinion of the election commission. Now, conduct of elections, election procedure. A new Lok Sabha or a new assembly shall be constituted on the expiration of the duration of the existing house or a dissolution. For the said purpose, a notification shall be issued by the president or the governor or administrator, as the case may be. As soon as the notification is issued to the election commission, announces the last date for making nominations and the dates on which the poll shall be held. In brief, the election procedure is as follows. Number one is nomination of the candidates. Number two, scrutiny of nomination. That means returning officer examines the nomination papers. He may reject any nominations if the candidate is not qualified on the ground of if he or she disqualified for being chosen to fill the seat, then the election commission may reject the nomination of the candidate. Publication of list of contesting candidates. Fourth is election campaign, during which the parties raise many issues such as center, state relations, economic reform, social justice, health, education, etc. The parties usually make use of these techniques in order to carry their message to the voters, like public meetings, rallies, door-to-door canvassing and advertisement, and distributing pamphlets and that rallies with the banners and all that, right? So the television telecast also the speeches of the leaders of the different parties. So this comes in the campaign, election campaign. And the fifth one is the voter records his vote either by placing the seal mark against the name of the candidate he wants to vote for, or by pressing the button of the electronic voting machine, that is EVM, with a view by preventing impersonation. Nowadays, EVM, electronic voting machine, EVM machines are used so that the voter records his vote by pressing button of EVM, and with a view to preventing impersonation, the finger of every voter is marked with indelible ink, the ink which cannot be removed easily, right? So that mark has been given to every voter, right, after polling. Now, the candidate who obtains the highest number of votes is declared elected. In case of equality of vote, the result are decided by lot. In case of dispute, in case of any dispute, an election petition shall be presented before the High Court or presented before the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will decide on that matter, on the dispute of election. Now, next is free and fair elections. The Constitution and the Representation of the People Act contains several provisions to ensure the elections are free and fair. Number one, okay, the first provision is independence of the Election Commission is secured by the provision that the Election Commissioner, Chief Election Commissioner, shall not be removed from his or her office except in like manner of the judge of the Supreme Court, right? So unless until it is proven, right? And same like the salary of Supreme Court judge and the High Court judges, they are also getting, the Chief Election Commissioner is also getting handsome salary, and allowances also they are getting. And secondly, the Election Commission prescribed that the minister shall not combine their official visit with the during the elections, right? They are not supposed to visit the during elections there, and during elections, as well as they are not supposed to use the government vehicles and personal, so that for boosting the interest of the party in power, right? Secondly, if booth capturing has taken place at a certain polling station, the Election Commission shall order for a fresh poll. If this type of misconduct held, then a fresh new election will be there. And if any corrupt practice has been committed by the elected candidate, the High Court will declare or shall declare the election be void. Void means cancelled. That polling will be cancelled, right? Okay, now next is the government issued photo identity cards to the voter so that the voter prove themselves and to prove themselves, as well as they will so that they could not give vote again and again, right? Which means one voter, one vote, right? Okay, for this, identity card plays a great role. And secondly, that indelible ink which is marked after that polling, that also plays an important role in this for ensuring and free election, right? Fair election, we can say. Okay, now next is distribution of freebies. So freebies means to distribute something without any charge, right? For example, gold chain to the ladies, and mixture grinders, laptops, and other expensive things before the elections or during elections. So that influences the all kinds of people, right? So that shakes the roots, like distribution of that freebies, that shakes the roots of free and fair elections to a great degree, right? And going armed, any kind of arm or weapons is defined in Arms Act 1959 as cognizable offense punishable with the imprisonment of 2 years, and with fine also, right? So if anyone finds with the arms during that elections or in the polling booth, then he or she is given punishment for 2 years imprisonment and fine also, or both. So anyone, if they find with the arms during the elections, then there is a punishment of up to 2 years imprisonment, as well as they are supposed to pay the fine, or both. Right now, next is the Supreme Court's orders regarding antecedents and sources of income of the candidate. The Supreme Court's orders regarding antecedents and the sources of income of a candidate. So, the candidate which is contesting for the elections, the Supreme Court will ask for or regarding antecedents and the sources of income. So, antecedents means that's a part of their life that had happened in the past, whether they have any criminal history or any criminal cases, or any their details of their assets and the educational qualifications. So that is antecedents, right? And also on February 16, 2018, there came another landmark judgment by the Supreme Court that it required candidates to declare the sources of income for them, their spouses, as well as dependents' income also, right? So the court's decision is definitely a very good step towards the cleansing country's electoral system. So this is the Supreme Court's orders regarding antecedents as well as the sources of income of the candidate. So it's an order of the Supreme Court that nowadays each and every candidate needs to tell their qualifications, their criminal background, if they are having or not, right? Criminal background, educational qualifications, and any history of criminal cases which they were either convicted or acquitted, right? So except these, the candidate also needs to declare their sources of income, not only their but their spouses and their dependents also, right? Okay, now next is a very important term, that is proxy vote. So when we talk about proxy vote, in 2003 the parliament passed a bill regarding that the army personnel can also vote in elections, and that is through three ways. Number one is the army person can vote in person if possible, right? Secondly, they can give vote they can give vote through postal ballot. And third is or they may give authority to someone to give their vote on their behalf. So this last option is known as proxy vote. So proxy vote means it is that vote of the army person or army personnel that they may give their vote or they may give their authority to someone to give vote on their behalf. So this is known as proxy vote, right? Okay. Next, in page number A41, nota is written, N-O-T-A. So this means none of the above. So that means on September 27, 2013, the Supreme Court ordered the Election Commission to provide a button of nota, N-O-T-A. Right, so on the voting machines, EVM machines, it would give voters the options to declare none of the above. Clear? So in 16th Lok Sabha elections, April, May 2014, some 59,97,054 voters pressed this button of nota button. So nota means none of the above, right? Okay, next important is this procedure, election procedures, A42. Turn page number A42, election procedures, nominations of candidates, then scrutiny of nominations, then preparation of list and election campaign, then after that polling held, and after elections polling, the counting of votes and declaration of results is held, right? So this is the election procedure. So here we have completed the chapter number 3, elections and election commissions. We'll revise the history chapter in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.